You are now listening to the Jay Porks Experience. Listen free on iTunes or at theandydareshow.com. Now, here's Jay.
Yo, what is the word, people? Welcome to another action-packed edition of the Jay Porks Experience. I'm Jay Porks. With me, as always, on the other side of the glass, making sure this is a well-oiled podcast machine. Every week is the ever-popular, gaining fame by the week. Every week is nobody. Got a quick recap of the week. Got some things to get to. But first, I was on a podcast yesterday. My buddies Sal and Anthony have this podcast called The Slant. It's another podcast coming straight out of Staten Island. Awesome times. Go to The Slant on Facebook, slantshow@gmail.com. I'll have the link in the notes to yesterday's episode where I sat in and we discussed some stuff. It was really fun. It was fun. Way more professional than I'm set up right here, I gotta tell you. They got real microphones. They ordered food. I don't order food for the podcast. I just have a cup of coffee. But it was good times. It was fun time. You know what it felt like? You ever see like Entourage when they go to the radio station with Big Boy and it's the neighborhood and all the people screaming? That's what it was like. It was very exciting. It's very fresh. It's very cool. Lots of cigarette breaks. It was awesome times. Sal, Anthony, Lisa, Christine, great times. And I will share on the notes links to their podcast and all that jazz because it is awesome. And I'm going to try to get back on there, try to have them on. Maybe I'll go record an episode over there. Who knows? If they got pizza, I got time. So what is the word, people? What happened this week? Well, I'll tell you what happened this week. A little something known as Tidal happened. This was the big buzz yesterday, a Twitter. Now, what Tidal is, it is a streaming service. Now, I'm giving you the short answer. I have not opened up one article pertaining to this. Everything I am about to say is just what I've noticed, what I've taken notes on doing. Tidal. It's a music streaming service. How is it different from the other streaming services, you might ask? Well, Tidal is owned by Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kanye West, I think one of the Daft Punk guys because I saw a helmet, Pharrell. A bunch of artists have opened up. A bunch of artists have started a streaming service. It took them till 2015. It took Jay-Z till 2015 to figure out that he has more money than Spotify. At what point did any of these artists not think, hey, maybe I just buy that? Like, they're playing your music. There's no way that Spotify is an entity that has more money than people of the likes of Jay-Z and Kanye West. So, any artists who want to cry about your music getting downloaded, go to Tidal, become a part owner. That's Tidal, Tidal. It might be Tidal. Who knows? I'm calling it Tidal. So it took them that long. And the word on the street, and as of 12:30 this afternoon, Tuesday, there has not been a Spotify purge. But there is going to be. Word on the street is that there is going to be a purge of artists leaving Spotify, pulling their music from Spotify, therefore fucking up your playlists. Fucking up my playlists. Listen, I hope it doesn't happen. And I don't want to be this guy who is all about, oh, well, I'm so glad that the artist is going to get more than 14 cents every time their song gets played or something like that. You've heard me in the past. You're going to hear it again. I don't care about the problems of millionaires. They say money can't buy happiness. Whoever said that was broke. Because I'm pretty sure if you gave me some money, if you gave me money right now, pretty sure it would make me happy. Pretty sure I can get substances that'll make me happy. So all these artists complaining about, oh, well, I'm not getting any money, Trent Reznor and this and that. Okay, now you own the streaming service. Have fun. And they were having exclusive releases. You're not going to get me to get it. I will not. I used to be a Pandora guy. I'm still, actually, you know what? I still rock with Pandora, ride or die. Spotify came with playlists and changed the game. I love that playlist feature. And every month at jporks.com, you'll notice out of one of the 4 podcasts of the month has the playlist for the month. This month it is March Sadness. It's featuring Noel Gallagher. It is featuring Modest Mouse. It's featuring Proof. It's featuring Cypress Hill. A lot of stuff on there. Now let's see if that stuff gets pulled. That's the question. So everyone be on the lookout for a Spotify purge, and for it to be the exact opposite of New Music Tuesday. Like on New Music Tuesday where you get new music, this is going to be a Tuesday where you lose music. And listen, streaming services stop people from downloading music. So if you're gonna fuck it up for me, not me, but if you're gonna fuck it up for people will just download music. I never thought I'd say this so much. For an artist to make money, he's got to make product, and he's got to go on the road and sling that product. Just like I can't serve pasta from my house, right? I need to go to work to do that. Just saying. So be on the check your Spotify playlists. You guys want to get nostalgic for a second? So on Sunday, and I don't care. I don't care. On Sunday, me and my friend Chach are having a discussion. Now, he's talking about Sunday was WrestleMania, of course. He was talking about ordering the WWE Network app or something for $10. It's $10 a month, and you get not only the pay-per-views for free, but you get all this old school content. Like during the day, you can watch old school matches and stuff. It's cool. So he was saying, should I get the $10 thing so I can watch WrestleMania tonight? A couple of good matches. I said, dude, I will find a stream to WrestleMania 10 minutes into WrestleMania on Twitter without a doubt. There is no doubt in my mind that I would. Okay? So he orders it. So I'm sitting home. I'm chiefing. Not going to lie. I'm indulging in the recreational use of plants. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I went to Twitter and I went in the search bar and I typed WrestleMania link. And it wasn't even hard. And I immediately popped up, and what was on my screen was Shawn Michaels giving Sting Sweet Chin music while Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash sat on one side of the stage in NWO shirts, and Road Dogg Jesse James, Badass Billy Gunn, and HBK were over there and with DX shirts on. That's pretty fucking awesome. That's what I'm X-Pac might have been there. Is that, no, X-Pac, I think X-Pac is dead. Is X-Pac dead? I'm not sure. Anyway, so for someone who hasn't watched wrestling in 15 years, to turn on the event, and it's Triple H versus Sting, come on, you got me. I'm in. Now I'm settled in for this. Can I just say that I hate when we lose when people of the long-haired brotherhood, when we lose them, Triple H, what happened? You're not even losing your hair. Why'd you cut it? Anyway. So once that happened, I was sitting back. I had nothing to watch. It was Sunday night. There was no new episode of Last Week Tonight. I had nothing going on. So then when the announcer said the following contest is a Divas tag team match, well, you know what? I'm going to stick around for this. And these two emo chicks beat up on these hot Spanish broads. It was cool. It was like Avril Lavigne and Amy Lee, versus Selena and oh boy, I can't dance. What's the other one? Shakira. Some shit. No, but Shakira's not. No, whatever. Anyway, so I stuck around and it was awesome. And then Triple H came out with Stephanie McMahon, his hot wife. Oh, I'm gonna be a wrestler and I'm gonna marry the boss's daughter. How smart is this guy? Is this guy not the smartest man in the history of life? Stephanie's out there like a straight gangster, telling people she, playing the full heel role. It's great. I was really happy, and then I bookended my night with the Undertaker beating some weirdo who came out to songs that sounded like a scary version of Cass McCombs' Kurt Vile guitar tones. But this guy needed two tombstones to get him pinned. Arms over the chest. Over. And I didn't stick around and The Rock showed up to promote his movie. And then I remembered why I got out of wrestling. I got out of wrestling because I really hate The Rock. I really hate that guy. Like, I don't like anything he does. I don't want to see his movies. I mean, I'm not saying that he's not a nice person. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. He's not an actual bad person. He's actually probably an awesome person. He probably got mad charities on deck. Bunch of stuff. But in the time when I was watching wrestling, when The Rock started blowing up, I started saying, why? Why is a guy with an elbow drop as his finishing move propelling to the top of World Wrestling Entertainment? Why is that? Why is that happening? And I was always on Team Triple H ever since, way back when. Ever since he was coming out, spraying cologne on people with the robe before China, before all this, when he was King of the Ring. So anyway, Sunday night, I really got into some nostalgia. I was tweeting about it. I was very, very excited. And it was funny because at one point, they would talk, Stephanie McMahon was saying, and all of the millions watching around the world, I own all of you. And she kind of does, but not me, because I didn't give her any money. I kind of stole that thing. So yeah. Sorry, Stephanie. You are hot, though. Stephanie McMahon is hot to trot, without a doubt. So yeah, I mean, and what happened to John Cena? Because John Cena faced a Russian guy who hates America. John Cena came out basically representing the country, and they didn't cheer him crazily. I still heard boos. What happened to John Cena? He fell from grace. Was never a Cena fan, but if he's a bad guy, I'll like him. So here's what I want. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get into, and you can email me this. If you want to send an email to jporkspodcast@gmail.com, you can do that. And I want to know who your favorite, like when you were a kid, if you watched wrestling, who were your favorite, like handful of superstars? Like I remember Undertaker from way back when. I was legitimately afraid of that guy. Back when he was just a fringe player. Like I remember that. So Razor Ramon, Ayo. So guys, who are like name a couple of some old school times of wrestling that you enjoyed, because wrestling used to be really, really. I mean, and it really is. It's male drama. It's drama. It's male soap operas. Like I was watching The Rock talk to Triple H in the ring, and like it was so cheesy, but I could not look away. It was like when you people try to explain to me how you watch reality television and why that's okay. Well, I was watching that. I'd rather watch that. At least this isn't pretending to be real. This is pretending to be real, and we know it's fake. Besides when Bret Hart phantomly taps out, but he deserved it. Montreal Screwjob. Yeah. So after that, I was watching. So I've spent the last 2 days watching all old school Raws from the '90s on YouTube because they have full episodes, by the way, on YouTube of Raw from the 1990s, which is crazy. So if you want to get nostalgic, check that out. I'm gonna get some headlines when we get back after this.
Hey everybody, this is Andy from the Andy Dare Show, just thanking you for checking out the Jay Porks Experience. If you want to learn more about Jay, follow him on Twitter at JayPorks. Follow him on Instagram at JayPorks. JayPorks.com for the podcast, articles, pictures, you name it. There's a running theme here. It's Jay Porks. So for 2015, if you want to support the Dare Podcast Network, all you got to do is go to theandydareshow.com and click on the Amazon banner, and you will be tipping your cap to the Jay Porks Experience and all the fine broadcasting here at Dare Network. Thanks for listening, and back to the Jay Porks Experience.
And we are back. All right. So just one headline, Washington Post. No, well, there's just one headline before I get into the headlines. The Washington Post's headline was Jay-Z, Beyonce, Madonna, and rich friends offer pricey Spotify alternative called Tidal. Perfect. And it says, yeah, I'll read the first paragraph. At 5 p.m. in New York City on March 30th, 2015, some of the most famous wealthy musicians the world has ever known gathered to make planet Earth an offer they couldn't refuse. The offer came not from schlubs playing covers at open mic nights, but from Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna, Madonna, Jack White, Kanye West, and Daft Punk, among others. The pop music's A-list. Artists making millions creating the soundtrack to the lives of 6 billion people. Their offer? Pay us. What they're selling is Tidal, a streaming service developed by Jay-Z, which would do pretty much what Spotify does free of charge, but at $10 per month for compressed formats and $20 per month for CD quality streams. Tidal would, in plans only vaguely articulated so far, be owned by artists who get shares in the company in exchange for granting exclusive rights to play their music. People are not respecting the music and are devaluing it and devaluing what it really means, Jay-Z said, as Billboard reported. People really feel like music is free, but will pay $6 for water. You can drink water free out of the tap, and it's good water, but they're okay paying for it. It's just the mindset right now. Let me just say this, there has never been a $6 bottle of water that's retarded to say. That's a dumb thing to say. And if people are paying for water, can you tell the people who come into Pasta Night and order water to fucking keep their bill under $12? Can you tell them? It took these guys. These are supposed to be smart people. Jay-Z sold crack. Jay-Z went from selling crack to starting his own record label out of the back of a trunk in front of the Marcy Projects to being a billionaire. Like, you didn't figure out to start a music streaming service before this? And people are devaluing the music. Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z devalued his music when he turned it into a fucking app. That devalued everything about music. So don't you dare talk about devaluing the music. Your album was an app that froze up when it got released. Your album was a Samsung app when we're living in an iPhone world. Snoop Dogg would say, "Bitch, please." I mean, come on. I'm not. They don't. You know what? These people don't need more of my money, and I'm not going to give it to them because fuck them. Fuck you, Jay-Z. Fuck you, Beyonce. Fuck you, Rihanna. Fuck you, Madonna. Fuck you, Jack White. Fuck you, Kanye West. And fuck you, Daft Punk, with your stupid helmet. The guy's wearing the helmet at the press conference. Can't you be normal for once? Like, is everything a fucking video game to you? Pew, pew, pew. Fucking get it. Alright. So that is the. I'm done talking about Tidal. That was all over Twitter yesterday. Fuck Tidal. Headlines every week. Every single mother freaking week are powered by Annie Quiet. Annie Quiet is some badass shit, and I'll tell you why. Because they've got cancer bats in the rain from the pit at South by Southwest, and that's the new Annie Quiet session. And you should check that out. Outside in the rain from the mosh pit. What could go wrong? Cancer bats. Also, Sun Lux has a new album out. And he's got a track called Changes Everything. You can get that on anniequiet.com. Also, in the news of record labels, Duran Duran signed with Warner Brother. New album out in September. And you could watch the powerful new video for Run the Jewels and Zach De La Rocha. Close your eyes and count to fuck. It's a very, what is it? Racially aware video. So what else is going on? I'm as I'm recording this, I'm keeping my eye on Twitter to see if anybody pulled their stuff from Spotify because Jay-Z is still on Spotify. I think I want to steal Jay-Z's music now on purpose. People aren't respecting the music. People pay $6. You know what? jporkspodcast at gmail.com. If you know anybody who paid $6 for water, just tell me if that happened. I get that a bottle of water is $2. I know that vitamin water is quarter water and it's stupid, and I get it. I understand. I get what he means, but when you're a businessman, when you're talking and you're starting a thing, you can't exaggerate that. You need to be profesh. There's a new Soul Asylum record coming out. If you go to their Facebook page, they've got a Pledge Music campaign going, and they're gonna bring you a new record. And they're going on tour with the Meat Puppets. And you can check out all the dates where Soul Asylum will be with the Meat Puppets at themeatpuppets.com/tour, or you can just look at Soul Asylum's Facebook page and check it out. I would have posted on Annie Quiet, but I was waiting. There were dates that weren't announced yet until a couple of days after the dates broke. So therefore, I waited, and I'm not going to hit you with some OFN. OFN is old fucking news. I'm not going to hit you with that. I'm not going to waste Annie Quiet's time. They don't want me to. Don't force anything. That's called clickbait. And also, interesting pairing of bands. Primus and Dinosaur Jr. are touring this summer. And the show that's in town that I'm available to go to is on a Thursday. And I'm off on Thursday. So that could happen. That could definitely happen. Aren't I glad I took a nice pause on the podcast for a second? So check this out. William Corgan and the Smashing Pumpkins are co-headlining a tour with Marilyn Manson. News of the trek dubbed the End of the End Times tour was revealed this morning on the Howard Stern show. It will kick off on the heavenly July 7th. I don't get what that means. In Concord, California. Dates will continue through August 8th in Ohio. PNC Bank Arts Center on July 29th. I am leaning over to my phone right now, and Ticketmaster just hit me with that. See, like, That news broke and Ticketmaster just hit me with the alert. Like, I did not hear this yesterday. That was not Ooh, did you hear the rumblings that they might tour together? That did not happen. July 29th is a Wednesday. Are you fucking joking me right now? I'm gonna get to see William Corgan and the Smashing Pumpkins and Marilyn fucking Manson? Let me pause this as I text Pam. And I just had to text Pam about that to make sure that I don't forget that that's happening. I gotta tell you, a couple of weeks ago, I said that artists need to book shows on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And shout outs to you guys. You've been doing it. There are tons of shows coming to my portion of the country, my part of town where I can go to. I'm seeing the Meat Puppets on a Monday. Okay? Now, the Meat Puppets are the one band that I'm going to take off my real job for to go see them because I work for them. They are coming to my favorite venue on a Monday with Soul Asylum. Are you kidding? The only thing that I might have to take off for is if I get into Summerland. But I'm gonna wait and see if I get press creds for that. Stone Temple Pilots coming to town, they're coming on a Monday. Mudhoney coming to a town, Mudhoney coming to town, coming on a Monday. I'm sorry, I'm very excited. I'm very excited when shows get to happen. I had a very, very good week at work, like an almost $1,000 week at work, and I want to buy some concert tickets. I paid my phone bill that's due on the 3rd. I paid it yesterday, 2 days ago. Out of all my weed dealers, I owe all of them a combined total of $0. Here's what I want to know. I'm looking in the mirror, and who the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy without any debt right now? Who's that? That's me. It's Porks. That's who that is. How cool. Manson. Manson and William Corgan. You have to call him William. Because I know for 20 years you've been calling him Billy, but after people sang happy birthday to him at a show the other day, he said, my name is William. And I'm going to agree with Andy because he tweeted the other day something about some website. I don't even know the fucking name. I don't even know the name of the website, so I'm not going to give it any credence. But some fucking website, some bullshit, clickbait, fucking I have a website because my parents have money website. Some fucking bouginess. Andy was like, listen, stop Billy Corgan's every move. Stop fucking. Not everything's about. Leave the guy alone. I feel you. I'm with him. Like he wanted to be referred to as William. Like and all these articles made fun of him for it. Like if I say, hey, call me Jason, and you don't, and you make fun of me for it, I'm gonna fucking punch you, dude. And the tides have changed because, like, if you go back 3 years ago, I was like anti Billy Corgan. I was like, Billy Corgan should go play shows. He shouldn't complain about people downloading his music. He should put out new music, and he should go play shows. What did Smashing Pumpkins do? They put out new music, and they went and played shows. All right. I'm glad that the world is listening to me. Glad that the world is listening to the things that I have to say. So that's happening at PNC Bank Art Center, and I got to tell you, I got to get to that. Two artists I've never seen. Favorite venue? Bang. Okay. What else is going on today? Crazy. And I'm not. And and the Primus Dinosaur Jr. show is also happening on a day I can get to it. So artists are listening to me. I'm not going to mention any roasts of any people because the roast used to be sacred. People used to get roasted and it used to be like a thing. It used to be a really, really cool thing. Now it's like they roast anybody. And I mean, people roast Justin Bieber all day on Twitter in real life. I roast him every chance I get in real life, IRL, in real life. Why do I need to watch a Comedy Central roast? Now, Hannibal Buress is funny. I'm down with him because he's my Broad City compadre. And I'm not saying that the people roasting Justin Bieber weren't funny. I'm just saying I'm not interested in watching Justin Bieber on TV. I don't care about that guy. All right. I think we're pretty much done. The Primus Dinosaur Jr. show. One of those shows may have Mike Watt there, according to Brooklyn Vegan. I'll have more info as that show starts coming near. I've got big parties. I've got a party at work tonight. I've got a party at work tomorrow. 30 to 40 people bereavement party. So hello, money. So I'm gonna give you the list of websites you need to go to help keep me in business before I get up on out of here. First of all, jporkspodcast@gmail.com. I need you to go there and hit me with anything. Anything you want. What do you want? Tell me. Tell me and I'll do it. jporkspodcast@gmail.com. Any topic you want. Because I want to have the email segment and I want to have it sponsored by Funky Field Tips. Funky Field Tips bringing a smooth smoking experience to the herbal connoisseur. All right. I need you to go to concertconfessions.com. That's for all your live music, news and reviews, for the fans, by the fans. You get it all there. And as you can tell by stuff I mentioned, I'm going to be making some moves there this summer, this April, this soon. I have to. It's the only thing I'm proud of in life. You go to ChristinaRocks.com. I had to go to work Sunday morning. I had to leave my house at 11. So you know what I was rocking while I was burning bud, taking a shower? You know what I was rocking? 89xradio.com, old school alternative, Christina Rocks, throwing it back every Sunday morning from 8 to noon, 89xradio.com worldwide, a division of Bell Media. You could also go to the headquarters, andydeer.com or theandydeershow.com. Both will get you to the same thing. And that is where you will get the flagship show, the Andy Deer Show, the smooth, sultry tones of the J. Porks Experience along with the king of the doppelgangers, the Tyler Kale Show. And every week, and I mean like every single week, there wasn't a week that this didn't happen. Every week, the headlines, they be powered. Yes, that's B. They be powered by Antiquiet. Check out their sessions on antiquiet.com. They got Antiquiet sessions from South by Southwest uploading as we speak. Until next week, folks, whiskey, weed, and Warren Zevon.
This has been the J. Porks Experience. Thank you so much for listening.